Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the first episode of a new series that we're to start. The title of this video is going to be, should I switch to MVP discs? And the reason why I'm even asking this question is because my buddy Josh here, I've known him for almost a year now, and I play with a mixed bag, Dismania, Innova, Discraft, and for some reason he keeps telling me to switch to MVP. So he's been bugging me for a year. I'm gonna give him the chance to explain why, and he's also graciously brought a lot of his discs for me to try, and I'm gonna put him up with what I have, and maybe I'll decide if I will or not. So, Josh, what did you use to throw, and why do you recommend MVP?
So, I threw Innova for probably 18 years, and you know, it's a good company, but the problem I had with it is the variability within the same mold. So you find people and they're like, oh yeah, this is my destroyer, you know, that does this, and this one does this, and this one does this. You have to buy 10 different destroyers to find one that fits what you want. Whereas MVP, everything's consistent. You could buy an entire stack of the same exact disc, they all fly the same. So if you lose one, it's not a big deal. You just replace it with another one. They all fly consistently. The feel in the hand is really, really nice. And I'm all about feel. When it comes to a disc, all of them fly, all of them go through the air, but if it doesn't feel right, you can't throw it right. So really, that's what it came down to for me.
So it comes down to feel, it comes down to flight characteristics, right?
Yep.
Then of course, there's the scientific part of it where, you know, you have the overmold, which is gyro and all that stuff, and I think we'll put that to the test. I think.
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to that, like am I throwing farther with the discs or anything like that. It's just, am I throwing better? And definitely, since I switched to MVP, I've been playing the best disc golf that I ever had. So
okay, so I want to play better. I've been playing for a year and a half. Josh has been playing for 22 years. 22 years, yeah. So I want to get better. Now, you've been playing with me for a while.
Yeah.
You play pro, you play open. So what was your assessment of my game? What did you feel was the weakest part in my game that I should hone in to really get to the next level?
At first, I would say it was probably your up shots.
Okay.
Leaving yourself a little bit too far out, making it hard, you know, if you got a 35-footer versus just putting it under the basket and taking your par or taking your birdie, whatever the case may be. So the closer you can get to the basket, the more likely you are to score. But now, probably just putting. I'd say you got the distance, you got your up shots, you know, in order. Just putting, you know, I still need to work on putting.
Sure.
Everyone still needs to work on putting. You know, everyone has their days, regardless of how good they are. Yeah, you always have to work on it, because every situation that you step up to take a putt is a different putt. There's no such thing as, you know, the same putt over and over again. You're going to be different terrain, different wind, different, you know, angle, or, you know, different height of basket. There's all these different variables. You'll never take the same putt twice. I think it's statistically improbable. You know, it's just not going to happen.
Sure. So I agree with you. I think the upshot part of my game definitely needs a lot of work. And because you say these discs fly the way they're supposed to fly, I'm going to put that to the test, and what I'll do is, first off, I'll see if these discs are comparable to what I already have and what I typically play. One of the biggest lessons that I learned from the last tournament I played was, you know, mainly most holes I would throw probably the same disc, right, for a certain distance. Like I'm holding my Pro Pig right now. This is good for any shot that's within 240 to 270 feet. The basket's that long. I'm going to throw this. It's going to sit there and it's going to just stay there. It's not going to bounce 30 feet anywhere here or there. So I'm looking for consistency in my game. I'm going to check on distance. I'm going to check on repeatability, and that's going to come through. So we're going to play this course, but I'm going to play both my mixed bag and the new bag with the discs that I pick out. And we'll see, you know, which one's a lot more consistent in terms of performance, right? But one gripe I have against some of the discs I have, especially the Innova, is that if the disc hits the ground, I don't know if it's going to skip 30 feet or not. And, you know, it's one of the most frustrating parts. I think that's why I usually end up, you know, 30, 40 feet away, is I'm trying to put it under the basket and it just continues to skip. So I'm open, and I don't know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to feel, but I want to bring, so I brought my mixed bag, but instead of having all these different options and, you know, trying to figure out the wind and trying to pick the perfect disc, I just picked the general ones that I play at this course. So I have a Buzz, a Warship, Innova Destroyer, I have my Instinct and Enigmas for fairways, and I have an Essence, an Instinct, and Enigma. And that's what I typically throw here at Milby. I'm gonna throw discs that are comparable to that, or what I think is comparable to that. And I also have some other ones that I'm gonna try and see if, you know, they fit better. And based on those discs, I'll pick ones that are the most similar, and then I'll play around with them and just see, you know, what the results are gonna be, and I'll base my decision based off of that.
Cool.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna start throwing. I'm gonna throw my Pro Pig first. And I'm gonna try to throw, what would you recommend me throw that's comparable to a pig?
Pig, probably either Envy or Entropy.
Entropy or
So it
Envy?
really depends on, you know, the
Okay.
pig isn't as overstable. It's kind of like in between an Envy and an Entropy. I'd say it's a little more overstable than an Envy, but not quite at an Entropy, which is more like a zone.
Okay, so for the pig, like I said, I'm trying to throw for holes that are 250 to 260, 270, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw this, and I'm gonna throw those two discs that you recommend, and we'll see how well they fly.
Are you going to throw left or right?
I'm gonna throw lefty just to keep the disc out of the street there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And so we're gonna throw, let's throw an Entropy, and then, do we have an Envy on us? Envy, okay, cool.
This
so
one,
I have a premium plastic, what's this called?
Neutron.
Neutron, it's a Neutron Entropy.
Yeah, see, definitely more overstable.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it's controllable.
This will fly a lot closer to your pig.
Okay, and this is a Cosmic Electron Firm.
Electron Firm, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a little seasoned, so
Okay,
that one will flip up for you.
oh yeah. That's a downhill skip. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
that was
be
good.
fair,
Yeah,
you
good
know,
shot.
we're throwing uphill here. Okay, so next favorite disc is a Buzz. This is my Pizza Buzz. It was a birthday present from my wife. It was the first disc she ever bought me, so it holds a lot of meaning to me. Buzz, dead straight shot. So I'm looking for a replacement that is equal to this, just for those nice straight lines. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this. It's a little seasoned, so I'm gonna give it a little hyzer. That's a bad shot, I'm sorry. Okay, what are we going with?
The Hex.
Hex.
That's
5-5, -1-1.
That's going to be the closest to a Buzz.
Closest
for
to a
sure.
Buzz?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to. So this comparison is gonna be kind of iffy because I threw
Yeah,
that
it's whatever. You
Buzz
can't be
into a
that-
tree.
You know, no one can throw a disc exactly the same.
Oh yeah. Wow. That I think that's over 300.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you practically
I know.
parked that,
Okay.
that hole.
To
yeah.
be fair, guys, and I'm not partial anyways. I love my Buzz. I will defend that Buzz. But even if it didn't hit that tree, I throw Buzzes for like 280, 290. If that's over 300, that's something to think about. So I have an Instinct. It's basically the Dismania T-Bird mold. It's a fairway. It's gonna go straight and then it's gonna finish at the end
What's
there.
the speed on it?
It's a 7502.
Okay. A little bit of a tailwind, so
Straight.
definitely
Yeah,
took it a little
it's not bad. So
I'd try the Resistor.
resistor.
Yeah, it's a little less speed, but pretty much just, you know, it's overstable.
6.5403.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got a little straighter, you know, straighter glide before it decided to break.
Yeah. That's comparable. I like that. It's also really thin too.
Yeah.
That was a really thin
It
disc.
doesn't feel like it
feels like a high-speed driver.
It's almost like a hybrid between a mid-range and a fairway. There's
Yeah.
I love the 6 class, like the 6-speed class
Okay.
of MVP. It just
Good to
has
know.
a different feel than any other company that I've ever seen.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw Essence. It's a 8.6 -2.1, so it's more on the understable side. I like throwing hyzer flips on this and just getting a lot of distance. I typically throw this for If I'm trying to get over 300, get to about 320, this is the disc I would choose. Tailwind. Ooh, baby, let's go. 20-foot skip. What do we got? Insanity. 9.5, -2, 1.5. So it should be, this is a hyzer flip disc?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I threw that on hyzer with the tailwind, I'm gonna throw it on hyzer with a tailwind.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
try to be
do the
fair
same
as
thing.
possible.
It should fly comparable. Might get a little more flip out of it.
Okay. How's the ground play though? Let's see.
Yeah.
Not a bad 5-foot skip.
Yeah.
I am basing the skip on my evaluations too, right? Because that's the difference between being 10 feet from the basket or 20 feet from the basket. All right, so I have my baby, a Paul Macbeth 4-time destroyer, Star Destroyer. This thing is a beefcake, and it does skip. So I'm gonna release this probably flat and see how well this carries. I might even throw a slight ante, I'll let you know, just to really combat that. But this is my shots where I throw on dogleg holes or even just you know, low skip shots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit of ante.
A little bit, okay. So what's comparable to a destroyer?
I would say the octane.
Octane.
Yeah. No, that's, it's gonna be,
Orbital, wave. Cool. 13.5, -1.2. So not a 12 speed, but
no, they don't really
throw
have a 12-speed class
Okay.
in MVP.
I think
it goes from
I
like
don't really
11
throw
to 13.
So I
Yeah.
think it might be a little more overstable because I don't have the arm speed for it.
Yeah, it's going to be really comparable. I threw destroyers for many years, and that's why that's my go-to,
Okay.
like overstable driver.
So I'll throw it on slight ante as well?
Yeah, just throw it exactly the same.
He says throw it exactly the same, like I could do that, okay.
Oh yeah, that's bombed.
Does it come back?
Oh yeah.
Gee whiz. So that's more understable than a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, a little bit, but like, look at the distance you got. That was, yeah, that was
I know
crushed.
how you feel about destroyers too, because there's so many different types of destroyers
Yeah.
out there. Sometimes they're flippier, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're super beefy. That's a really super beefy destroyer. So last but not least, my Enigma. And
What is that?
it's a 12.5, -1.2. I think I just threw the comparable one.
I think
it's gonna
so,
be that
to be
octane.
honest, yeah, because probably the destroyer might be a little bit more like a Defy,
Yeah.
which is an 11 speed,
Yeah.
and it's a -1.3.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess you could try that if you want before you go to the Enigma. You just saw what the octane did, so
Okay.
give that a try.
So Defy versus Destroyer?
What's that?
Defy versus Destroyer?
Yeah, I think that's probably a little more comparable.
Okay.
Tailwind's kicking up.
Yeah. I forgot my Luna at home, which is my throwing putter. Do you have a Luna at all?
Envy's close to Luna.
Well, yeah, but I
he's
gotta
just saying
compare the
for-
Envy with the.
You know, I don't have any
No, all right, that's fine.
any with me.
I get. If I'm lucky, I'll get 300 with a Luna. So
Yeah.
we'll see how far the Envy went. Yeah. That's about the same flight as a Destroyer.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
got-
grip that very tightly.
Yeah,
so.
it's got some overstability for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it for me. I think that, well, I'll just throw these for fun, but I love my Warship. It's a longer buzz for me.
What's
so
the speed on it?
It's a 6-speed.
Okay.
It's a
I got-
6-speed mid-range. I think it's a 4-glide. And I'll compare that to the Relay. Okay.
Relay, yeah.
Yeah. not bad.
We'll use my rangefinder for that. Okay. Relay. So this is super thin, guys. I don't know if you can see that. The mid-range felt
Yeah,
nice.
look at
and
the difference. That's a 6-speed. That's a 6-speed.
this feels like like a Corvette almost.
Yeah.
It's so thin.
Yep.
That feels weird.
Yep.
We'll see how that flies.
It's comparable to a Leopard 3.
Yeah. They definitely fly, you
That's
know,
a lot beefier than I thought.
a little beefier,
I don't know
yeah.
if it's the tailwind, but okay. So I'm gonna throw some molds that I find are really common. You know, it's very popular.
Yeah.
I've heard about the Tesla. So it's a 9.5, -1.2.
It's overstable.
What I'm noticing about MVP is that they're a touch more overstable than they say they are.
Yeah.
Right. So
Well, their numbers are truly true to the numbers. So you go to like other, you know, manufacturers and you might look at the numbers. You can't really compare that to MVP. Like if it says that it's overstable, it's going to be overstable. Meaning like
Okay.
the turn on that is a -1 and then the fade is a 2. Well, that means it's going to be overstable because if you were to like add them up, you know, you get a +1. So it has that +1 overstability.
but it's
And the bigger the gap between the two, the more overstable the disc is going to be. For
interesting.
sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So should I release this one flat or how's
Yeah,
it?
you can throw it flat for sure.
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
Little Annie.
That's great though.
Wow.
Yep.
It's impressive that I can throw that far and it's not really skipping,
No.
right? Sometimes I rely on the skip to make
Yeah,
up that
I mean,
extra distance.
their rims just tend to be a little thinner, like you're saying. Like, look at the 6-speed, you know, comparison.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna throw this putter. I love my Keystone putter to putt with. Looking at the numbers, so I know a Keystone is a 2.5 -1.1. I see the ohm is a 2.501.
Yeah, very similar.
On the rare occasions, because we're throwing this, on the rare occasions when I do throw a Keystone, I know it's super understable.
Yeah.
It'll go about 260, 275 before it just dies. So since we have them here, I'll do a comparison. I'm really paranoid I'm gonna throw this into the street and have it run over, so I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ooh, yeah. Come on, tailwind.
The paranoia was worth it. You put it on a good line.
Yep.
Should fly very comparable, honestly.
Yeah.
Or overstable.
Wow.
I think you may have hit that one on a little more hyzer, but
Okay. Like I said, I think it's comparing apples to apples. I think MVP is just generally more stable,
yeah.
which means I could probably rip on it a lot harder, right?
Yeah, handle a little more snap, yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, Crave 6.5 -1.1
That's gonna be really similar
to the Warship.
to the Warship and the relay that you threw.
Okay.
That relay might have, it per the numbers, the relay says it's a little more understable,
Okay.
but being the cosmic neutron plastic just tends to be overstable.
Okay.
Like that is the one thing that will vary is the plastic type with MVP.
Okay.
You know, if
so
you
I'm
go
gonna
from
rip on this a lot
baseline is-
harder than I would a 7 or 6.5, and just see if this stability can handle a lot more torque.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. How's the skip? Not bad. I gotta say, you know, MVP has that reputation where, I don't know if they say they fly a lot better than other people, but, you know, I was skeptical, but I am
Yeah.
noticing that I can crank on these numbers a lot harder than they tell me.
You want to throw an absolute beefcake? Throw that orange mid-range.
This one?
Yeah,
Deflector?
the deflector. That thing's an absolute.
It's a 3.504, so this is probably gonna be like a Malta or a Buzz OS.
It's
Maybe a
It's more
drone.
like a Justice. Yeah.
Justice?
It's way more overstable than both of those. Yeah.
Feels
Like,
overstable. Look
you're
at
not
it.
gonna get any glide out of that. Like you better wrench on that thing with some anhyzer,
Okay.
and it's still just gonna hit the ground pretty quickly.
Oh
There
yeah.
it goes. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Goodness.
I told you, man.
That's a forehand.
Yeah,
disc.
that's exactly. Or it's just one like utility disc, you know, like
Yeah.
you got a hyzer around something and you don't have much room.
So this is a wave.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about
Hyzer
waves. I think these are the newly hyped ways. I don't know if it's in this plastic or whatever, but people swear by this.
It's a great disc, yeah. I mean, it's a hyzer flipper for sure.
Hyzer flipper,
Yeah, don't
okay.
throw it flat. There she goes.
That was crushed.
Yeah.
That might have been 400. Okay, is there anything else? What's a tensor?
That's kind of, it's kind of like a rock, a buzz, you know, it's in that same class. Like,
I throw rocks.
yeah,
I
the
don't have
tensor-
them with me, but I throw
tensor will
rocks.
be very similar to your buzz, but that one will have a little more overstability, I would say.
Overstability,
Like,
so I can really crank on it.
you can crank on it,
I mean,
yeah,
if
for
I can
sure.
crank a buzz, you know, 320, 350 or whatever, I'd be happy with that.
That one's like brand new too. Like I threw it like maybe twice and just didn't like it.
Okay.
Didn't like the feel of it, so.
It's really hot too. It's like burning up in this Houston sun. All right.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
Yeah, that's
A
absolutely
little
fine.
low, but flew nice.
So one of the things I really don't like about my bag again is let's go with a Proxy Eclipse Glow plastic. Ooh,
Yeah.
glow. I have too many options. I'm looking to just kind of pare my bag down and see how these things fly. And if I can really narrow this down to a few molds, I think that that's going to push my decision to probably go. If these discs can handle that much more torque,
Yeah.
and I don't need all these different discs that do different things, and I can just throw something straight, just rely on the fade, I think that's going to simplify my game and make it a lot easier.
That's my putting putter.
This is your putting putter?
Yep.
Okay.
Not that plastic, but yeah, that's
Okay.
what I putt with is the Proxy, yep.
And so I know that typical glow plastics are a little more overstable.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
Same to be said with MVP for sure.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna glide too.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think I've thrown enough. I think what we're gonna do now is use my rangefinder and just see where these discs went and where they ended up, and we'll compare the two. Cool.
This is what happens when you don't warm up before you play. We'll see how this goes.
What disc is that?
It's a Vanish.
What plastic?
It's neutron. It's 11.5 minus 3.2. So it's got some flip, but it you know,
Roller.
reliably will come back too. Doink. Got it.
It's a -4 now with that hit. That's a -3?
It's a -3, yeah. I mean,
That didn't fly like a -3.
I know to
I know we have a tailwind.
I know to put a lot of hyzer on it because I'm just used to it, but
Okay.
see if I can get an octane out there too. One
Cool.
more warm up.
Sheesh.
Keep going.
What disc was that?
Octane.
Octane? All right. Let's get our discs.
Cool.
Okay, everyone, so I've got my laser finder.
Oh, am I in the way? Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna go right back to that post. I knew I threw a couple feet after that, but I mean, look, I'm not here to tell you how far I throw. I just want to be objective with the science of throwing these discs here, so. .279. And I'm comparing this to the
entropy or the
Entropy.
envy, like we knew the entropy is going to be more overstable, so
Yeah.
you're not going to get as much distance out of that one
Okay.
with the same throw. But
Okay.
the envy is right over there. I would say go with
over
the
there?
envy. It's right there. Yeah,
right.
straight.
Let me do the entropy first. It's here. I'll pick up the disc. Where is it? There it is. 268. I mean, for the shot,
Very
not
similar.
bad. It's not bad.
The Envy
I'll
is,
just put it in my bag for now. All right.
the Envy is a more aerodynamic disc than the Pig, so it'll typically fly farther.
Yeah. Tensor.
Yeah, the envy is what people have pretty much voted as the best throwing putter ever made.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right,
I
so
think
the
you
envy
can
is
see why.
here. Sheesh. Okay, sir.
300.
Probably over that.
322.
Yeah.
My Luna doesn't go 322.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's overstable. You hit that proxy on that same line and you're getting an extra
Sheesh.
20, 30 feet out of it.
Well, okay, so the relay we compared to, well, there's my proxy. The relay we compared to, I forgot. It's a 6.521.
It was whatever 7-speed you had.
Essence, was it?
Yeah, the Essence.
No,
It's over there.
yeah, the Essence is right there. So
Pretty
the
similar.
relay,
That's the resistor.
this is the resistor, it went 327. I think I compared that to my Instinct here. Hopefully this tree's not in my way. It is. Nope, it's not. $324. So comparable. The D5, I think, oh, that was compared to the
Destroyer.
right? So, this trees in my way. It's right behind the tree. Let's see if I can shoot it. 330. Compared to the Destroyer. Where did that Destroyer go? Hey, as far as my Destroyer. Yeah. $359. So Destroyer beats the D5. It's D5. Warship went almost as far. $360. Not the same.
So on the ones back there, if you can't hit it, like this was 360, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just stand here.
Okay.
I'll go from here, walk straight across, and then just hit me, and then add that to 360.
Okay. I think I can hit. All right, so Josh is 360. So I'm gonna hit Josh with this. That's 43 feet, so
403.
403 on a wave. I can understand the height. I don't know if this is your octane or mine. This is mine?
Yeah.
I can hit it from here. $416. Wow. I think I struggle to hit 400, honestly. That's really encouraging.
It's the hex.
The hex? For the hex, I compared to my buzz.
Well, the bus hit a tree, but
Yeah.
this definitely went further.
That's true. $364. Wow. I don't ever throw my buzz 364.
Yeah.
Ever.
And then I think your buzz hit that too.
Yeah. So this is the Tesla. We're comparing this to the Essence. $362. Have we found my Essence? I think. I don't think we have. Which one's that?
Crave.
This is the Crave. This looks about something ridiculous.
Probably 380, I would say.
6.5, 5, -1, 1, and 379. Wow. For a 6-speed, not bad. And here's my essence. That can't be right. 393. Let me try that again. Yeah, 393. Wow.
That one definitely flipped up quite a bit. And isn't
Yes.
that like a 6 glide as well?
No, this is an 8 glide. It's a 6 glide, yeah.
Yeah, so.
8-speed, 6 glide.
And yeah, again, you know, the way you do it, that one definitely.
And this is my baby. This is my workhorse. So, yeah, I think I have enough data to really compare the discs. I don't think we missed any. I think my shots are covered. So what we'll do is I'll play around with a mixed bag and these comparable discs, and we'll see how well they fly and how well they do on the course.
Thank y'all for watching and have a great day.